Welcome to the channel. What if I told you that the English you're struggling with today could become the English you speak confidently just 90 days from now? It may sound hard to believe, but it's completely achievable with the right strategy. The truth is, most learners don't fail because English is too difficult. They struggle because they're following ineffective methods. In this video, I'll walk you through a simple step-by-step roadmap that can help you build confidence, improve your speaking skills, and make real progress in just 3 months. So, let's get started and discover the approach that can transform the way you learn English. Chapter 1: Why most people never learn English, and why it is not your fault. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Why am I still not able to speak English? You watched many videos, you downloaded many apps, you bought books, you learned grammar rules, you memorized hundreds of words. But when someone speaks to you in English, your mind becomes blank. You know some words, but you cannot make a sentence. You understand a little, but you cannot reply with confidence. Then you start thinking that maybe English is not for you. Maybe your memory is weak. Maybe you are too old. Maybe you started too late. If these thoughts come into your mind, then I want you to listen carefully because today I want to tell you something very important. The problem is not you. The problem is the way you have been learning English. Once you understand this, everything will begin to change. Many people believe that only talented people can become fluent in English. They think some people are born with a special gift. They believe that children learn faster and adults cannot learn well. They see someone speaking English confidently and they say, "He is lucky." But they never see the years of practice behind that confidence. They only see the result. They do not see the journey. This is the biggest mistake. English is not magic. It is not a secret. It is a skill, and every skill becomes better with the right practice. Think about riding a bicycle. The first time you tried, you probably fell down. You were scared. You could not balance yourself. But did you stop forever? No. You tried again. Slowly your body learned what to do. One day you started riding without even thinking about it. English works in the same way. At first it feels difficult. Later it becomes natural. Now I want you to think about your own learning journey. How many times did you start learning English with great excitement? Maybe you promised yourself that this time you would study every day. Maybe you made a beautiful timetable. For a few days everything went well. Then life became busy. You missed one day, then another day. Soon your books stayed on the shelf. Your notebook became dusty. After some weeks, you felt guilty. Then you started again with another app, another course, or another teacher. Does this sound familiar? If yes, you are not alone. Millions of learners repeat this cycle again and again. They are not lazy. They are simply following a system that does not help them stay consistent. Another reason people struggle is because they try to learn everything at the same time. One day they study grammar. The next day they memorize 50 new words. After that they watch an advanced English movie. Then they read a difficult newspaper article. Their brain becomes confused. They feel tired. They stop enjoying the process. Learning English should not feel like carrying a heavy bag every day. It should feel like climbing one small step at a time. Small progress every day is much stronger than big effort once in a while. There is another problem that almost every beginner faces. It is the fear of making mistakes. Maybe you know the answer, but you stay silent because you are afraid that someone will laugh at you. You worry about your grammar, you worry about your pronunciation, you worry about choosing the wrong word, so you decide not to speak at all. But think about this. How did you learn your first language? Did you speak perfectly as a baby? Of course not. You made many mistakes. You said funny words. People smiled, but you kept speaking. That is why today you can speak your first language without fear. Mistakes did not stop you then. They should not stop you now. I also know that sometimes you compare yourself with people who already speak English well. You watch them on YouTube. You hear them in interviews. You see your friends speaking confidently. Then you feel small. You ask yourself, why can't I speak like them? But comparison steals your confidence. You are comparing your beginning with someone else's middle or even their finish. That is not fair. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. If today you understand one more sentence than yesterday, you are improving. If today you speak one more line than yesterday, you are moving forward. That is real success. Let me tell you something that many people never realize. Your brain learns through repetition, not through pressure. When you enjoy learning and practice every day, your brain slowly builds strong connections. But when you try to force yourself to learn everything quickly, your brain becomes stressed. Then you forget even the things you already knew. This is why slow and steady learning wins in the end. You do not need to study for 5 hours every day. You need to show up every day. Even one focused hour can change your future if you stay consistent. From today, I want you to stop saying, I cannot speak English. Instead, say, I cannot speak English yet. That one small word changes everything. It reminds you that this is not the end of your story. You are still learning. You are still growing. Every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. Every confident speaker once struggled to make simple sentences. They did not become fluent in one day. They became fluent because they refused to give up. Now you may be wondering, if the problem is not me, then what should I do? That is exactly what this challenge is about. During the next 90 days, you are not going to chase perfection. You are going to build simple daily habits that actually work. You will not try to learn everything. You will learn the right things in the right order. You will stop feeling lost because you will have a clear path to follow. By the end of these 90 days, you may surprise yourself. You may understand more than you ever imagined. You may speak with more confidence than you thought possible. But before we begin the actual challenge, there is one thing that is even more important than vocabulary, grammar, or pronunciation. It is your mindset. If your mindset changes, your learning changes. And that is exactly what we are going to discover in the next chapter. In the next chapter, we'll build the mindset that helps learners stay consistent for all 90 days and makes lasting progress possible. Chapter 2. Before day 1, build the right mindset that makes success inevitable. Before you learn your first new English word in this challenge, there is something more important that you must learn. It is not grammar. It is not vocabulary. It is not pronunciation. It is your mindset. Many people think that success in English begins with a good book or a good teacher. That is not true. Success begins in your mind. If your mindset is weak, even the best course cannot help you. But if your mindset is strong, you can learn from almost anywhere. This is why I want you to prepare your mind before you begin your 90-day journey. A strong mind will keep you moving even on the days when you do not feel like studying. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever felt excited to start learning English on the first day? You watched a motivational video. You made a study plan. You promised yourself that this time you would never stop. For a few days, everything felt easy. You studied with energy. You enjoyed learning. Then one day you became busy. Maybe you were tired after school or work. Maybe you had family responsibilities. Maybe you simply did not feel like studying. You skipped one day, then another day. Slowly your excitement disappeared. This happens to many people. They think they lost their ability to learn. But the truth is, they were depending only on motivation. Motivation is a wonderful feeling, but it does not stay forever. Some days you feel excited, some days you do not. If you study only when you feel motivated, your progress will always stop and start. That is why discipline is more powerful than motivation. Discipline simply means doing the right thing even when you do not feel like doing it. Think about brushing your teeth. Every morning you do it. You do not wait for motivation. You do it because it is part of your daily life. Imagine if learning English became a habit just like brushing your teeth. You would not ask yourself if you should study today. You would simply do it. That is the goal of this challenge. We are not trying to make you study for one exciting week. We are helping you build a habit that can stay with you for life. Now I want you to stop thinking about becoming fluent in 1 month. That dream sounds exciting, but it also creates pressure. When people expect very fast results, they become disappointed very quickly. They study for 2 weeks and then ask, "Why am I not fluent yet?" They forget that every big success begins with small steps. Imagine planting a seed today. Will it become a big tree tomorrow? Of course not. It needs water, it needs sunlight, it needs time. Your English is the same. Every word you learn is like watering that seed. Every sentence you speak helps it grow. One day you will look back and realize how far you have come. There is another mistake that many learners make. They want to be perfect. They do not want to make even one mistake. They think they should speak only after learning all the grammar rules. But that day never comes. They keep waiting. They keep preparing. They keep reading books. Yet they never speak. Perfection is a trap. If you wait until everything is perfect, you will never begin. Real learning happens when you speak, make mistakes, correct yourself, and try again. Every mistake teaches you something new. Every mistake makes you stronger. So from today, do not be afraid of mistakes. Be afraid of giving up. I also want you to stop comparing yourself with other people. Maybe your friend learns faster than you. Maybe someone in your class already speaks English confidently. Maybe you watch people on the internet who sound perfect. Do not let that make you feel weak. Everyone has a different journey. Everyone starts from a different place. Some people have more time. Some people have better opportunities. Some people have been practicing for many years. You only need to focus on your own progress. Ask yourself one question every night. Am I better than I was yesterday? If the answer is yes, then you are winning. There is a simple idea that can completely change your life. Try to become just 1% better every day. One new word, one new sentence, one short conversation, one small improvement. It may not look exciting today, but small steps create big results. Imagine saving 1 coin every day. At first it looks like nothing. But after many days, the coins become a large amount. Learning English works in the same way. Tiny improvements become powerful when you stay consistent. Never underestimate the power of small daily actions. Now let us talk about confidence. Many people say, "I will speak English when I become confident." But confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. Think about the first time you learned to ride a bicycle. You were not confident before you started. You became confident after practicing many times. English follows the same rule. The more you listen, the more you speak. The more you speak, the more confident you become. So do not wait for confidence. Create it through practice. I also want you to remember that bad days are part of every journey. There will be days when you forget words. There will be days when you feel slow. There will be days when you think you are not improving. Do not let one bad day become a bad week. Do not let one bad week become a bad month. If you miss one day, come back the next day. Never quit because of one mistake. Success does not belong to people who never fail. Success belongs to people who always return. From today, make one promise to yourself. Do not promise that you will become perfect. Do not promise that you will never make mistakes. Make a simple promise. Say, I will show up every day. That promise is enough. Some days you will study for 1 hour. Some days you may study for only 20 minutes. That is okay. The important thing is that you keep moving. Every day you study, you are becoming stronger than the person who decided to wait for tomorrow. Your journey is about to begin. You now understand that your biggest strength is not talent. It is not intelligence. It is your decision to stay consistent. This mindset will carry you through every challenge that comes during these 90 days. In the next chapter, we will finally begin day 1. I will show you exactly what you should do during the first 30 days. You do not need to study for many hours. You do not need expensive courses. You only need a simple daily plan that works. These first 30 days will build the strong foundation that every confident English speaker needs. So get ready, because your real transformation starts now. In the next chapter, we'll cover the exact daily routine for days 1 to 30 and build the foundation that makes the rest of the 90-day challenge much easier. Chapter 3, Days 1 to 30. Build your English foundation the smart way. Now your journey has officially started. This is day 1 of your 90-day challenge. You may feel excited. You may also feel a little nervous. That is completely normal. Every new journey begins with one small step. You do not need to know everything today. You only need to begin. Remember one important thing. During these first 30 days, your goal is not to speak perfect English. Your goal is to build a strong foundation. A strong building always begins with a strong foundation. If the foundation is weak, the building cannot stand for long. Your English works in the same way. Many beginners make one big mistake. They think they need to study for many hours every day. They believe that more time always means better results. That is not true. If you study for 5 hours today and then stop for the next 4 days, you will not make much progress. But if you study for 1 hour every day without missing, your English will improve much faster. Your brain learns through regular practice. It loves repetition. It remembers things that you use again and again. That is why consistency is your greatest strength. Let me show you a simple daily routine. First, spend about 15 minutes listening to easy English. Listen to short stories. Listen to simple conversations. Listen to beginner-level videos. Do not worry if you do not understand every word. Your job is not to understand everything. Your job is to train your ears. Think about a baby. A baby listens for many months before speaking the first word. The baby does not understand everything at first. But every day, the brain learns something new. You are doing the same thing. Every minute you listen, your brain becomes more familiar with English. After listening, spend about 15 minutes reading something simple. Read short paragraphs. Read easy stories. Read simple dialogues. Do not choose difficult books because they will only make you feel frustrated. Read something that you can understand without too much effort. If you find a new word, do not stop after every sentence to check the dictionary. Try to understand the meaning from the sentence. If the word is important and appears many times, then learn it. Remember, learning 10 useful words is much better than memorizing 100 words that you never use. Now let us talk about vocabulary. Many learners write long lists of words and try to memorize them. After 1 week, they forget most of them. Why does this happen? Because words are not meant to live alone. Words live inside sentences. For example, instead of learning only the word happy, learn a sentence like, I am happy today. Instead of learning only the word hungry, learn a sentence like, I am hungry now. When you learn complete sentences, your brain remembers the words more easily. Later, when you want to speak, those sentences will come into your mind naturally. The next part of your daily routine is speaking. Many beginners skip this part because they feel shy. They think, who will I speak with? The answer is simple. Speak with yourself. Yes, you heard that right. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself and speak simple sentences. Say, my name is Ravi. Say, today is a beautiful day. Say, I am learning English. It may feel strange at first, but do not worry. This simple habit will slowly remove your fear. The more you hear your own English, the more comfortable you become. Another powerful habit is reading aloud. Do not read silently all the time. Read with your voice. This helps your brain, your mouth, and your ears work together. At first, your pronunciation may not be perfect. That is okay. Keep going. Every day your mouth will become more comfortable with English sounds. You will notice that speaking becomes easier because your tongue is getting used to the language. There is another technique that can help you a lot. It is called shadowing. Do not worry about the name. It is very simple. Play a short English sentence. Listen carefully. Then repeat the same sentence immediately. Try to copy the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. You do not have to sound perfect. Just try your best. This exercise improves your listening and speaking at the same time. Even 10 minutes of shadowing every day can make a big difference after 1 month. Now let us talk about grammar. Many people think grammar should be their first priority. They spend months studying rules but never speak. Grammar is important, but do not let it stop your progress. Learn grammar little by little. Use it in real sentences. Do not try to memorize every rule at once. If you can make simple sentences correctly, you are already moving in the right direction. As your English grows, your grammar will also improve. Writing is another habit that many learners ignore. Every day, write 5 simple sentences. Write about your day, write about your family, write about your favorite food, write about your dreams. Keep the sentences short and simple. The purpose is not to write a perfect essay. The purpose is to make English a part of your daily life. The more you write, the more easily you will remember words and sentence patterns. During these first 30 days, you must also protect yourself from one dangerous habit. Do not jump from one learning method to another. Today, one app. Tomorrow, another app. Next week, a new course. This habit confuses your brain. Choose one simple routine and follow it every day. Success comes from repeating the right habits, not from searching for new ones all the time. There will be days when you feel that nothing is changing. You will think, I am still a beginner. I still make mistakes. Do not let these thoughts stop you. Real progress is often invisible in the beginning. Think about filling a bucket with drops of water. 1 drop does not look important. 10 drops do not look important. But after many days, the bucket becomes full. Every word you learn is 1 drop. Every sentence you speak is 1 drop. Every minute you listen is 1 drop. Never underestimate these small efforts, because together they create amazing results. By the end of these first 30 days, something wonderful will happen. You may not speak fluently yet, but you will notice a change. English will not feel as scary as before. You will understand more words. You will recognize more sentences. You will speak with less fear. Most importantly, you will believe in yourself. That belief is the beginning of real confidence. But this is only the first step of your journey. The next 30 days will take you even further. You will stop translating every sentence in your mind. You will begin to think in English naturally. This is the stage where many learners give up because they think progress has become slow. But if you stay with me, I will show you how to cross that stage with confidence. The next chapter is where your English starts becoming a real part of your daily life. Chapter 4. Days 31 to 60 start thinking in English instead of translating. Congratulations. You have completed the first 30 days of this challenge. You should feel proud of yourself. Many people start learning English, but very few stay consistent for one full month. You did it. Maybe your English is still not perfect. Maybe you still make mistakes. That is completely fine. The most important thing is that you did not give up. You showed up every day. You listened, you read, you spoke, you wrote. You built habits that will help you for the rest of your journey. Now it is time for the next step. During the next 30 days, your goal is not just to learn English. Your goal is to start thinking in English. Let me explain why this is so important. Imagine someone asks you a simple question in English. Before answering, your brain first changes the English into your own language. Then you think of the answer in your own language. After that, you translate your answer back into English. This whole process takes time. That is why you feel slow. That is why conversations become difficult. It is not because you do not know English. It is because your brain is doing too much work. If you want to speak naturally, you must slowly teach your brain to think directly in English. Do not worry. I am not asking you to think about difficult topics in English. We will start with very simple things. The moment you wake up in the morning, look around your room and say simple sentences in your mind. Say, I am awake. Say, it is morning. Say, I need water. Say, I am going to brush my teeth. These are easy sentences. You already know these words. The more you practice, the more natural they will become. While you are eating breakfast, think in English. Look at your food and say, this is hot. This tastes good. I need more tea. When you're walking outside, say, the sky is blue. The road is busy. I see many people. These small habits may look simple, but they train your brain in a powerful way. Slowly, English stops feeling like a school subject. It starts becoming a part of your daily life. There is another habit that will help you a lot. Stop translating every new word into your own language. Instead, connect the word with a picture or a real object. If you learn the word apple, do not think of the translation. Think of a real apple. If you learn the word chair, look at a chair. Your brain remembers pictures much better than translations. Children learn this way. They do not learn their first language through dictionaries. They connect words with the world around them. You can do the same. Now let us talk about watching English videos. During the first month, you may have used subtitles in your own language. Now it is time to reduce that habit. If possible, use English subtitles instead. At first, you may understand less. That is normal. Do not become frustrated. Your brain needs time to adjust. Listen carefully to the speaker. Watch the expressions. Notice how simple sentences are used in real situations. You do not have to understand every word. Focus on understanding the main idea. That is how real communication works. Another powerful exercise is speaking about your daily activities. You do not need another person for this. If you are cooking, describe what you are doing. Say, I am cutting vegetables. I am making lunch. The food smells nice. If you are cleaning your room, say, I am cleaning the table. I am opening the window. Now the room looks clean. These simple sentences build confidence because they are connected to your real life. You should also start asking yourself simple questions in English. Ask, what am I doing now? What will I do tomorrow? What is my favorite movie? Then answer those questions aloud. Keep your answers short. Do not worry about speaking for a long time. Even 2 or 3 sentences are enough. The goal is to make your brain active. Every question makes you think. Every answer makes you speak. This is how fluency begins. Many learners believe they need thousands of grammar rules before they can speak well. That is not true. What you really need are sentence patterns. Think about sentences like I like, I want, I need, I can, and I am going to. These patterns are used every day. Once you know them, you can create hundreds of new sentences. For example, I like music, I like reading, I like coffee. The pattern stays the same. Only one word changes. This makes speaking much easier. During this stage, I also want you to record your voice. Many people feel afraid of hearing themselves speak English. But this fear disappears only when you face it. Use your phone and record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Talk about your day, talk about your family, talk about your goals. Then listen to your recording. At first, you may notice mistakes. That is good. Those mistakes are showing you where to improve. After a few weeks, record yourself again. You will be surprised by your progress. You will hear more confidence in your own voice. There is something important that you must remember during these 30 days. This is the stage where many learners quit. They feel that their progress has become slow. During the first month, everything was new and exciting. Now learning feels more challenging. This is completely normal. Think about climbing a mountain. The higher you go, the harder it becomes. But the view also becomes more beautiful. Do not stop climbing just because the path becomes difficult. Whenever you feel discouraged, remember why you started. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to study abroad. Maybe you want to travel without fear. Maybe you simply want to speak English with confidence. Your reason is stronger than your temporary problems. Keep that reason alive in your heart every single day. You will also notice something wonderful happening. Sometimes an English sentence will come into your mind without translation. It may happen while you are walking, working, or watching a video. That small moment is a sign of real progress. Your brain is beginning to build direct connections with English. Celebrate those moments because they are proof that your hard work is paying off. By the end of day 60, you will not only know more English words, you will think differently. You will respond faster. You will feel more comfortable with the language. Most importantly, you will stop seeing English as something difficult. It will begin to feel familiar. And that changes everything. Now the final 30 days are waiting for you. This is where your confidence will grow even more. You will move from practicing alone to speaking with real confidence. You will learn how to express your ideas clearly, have simple conversations, and enjoy using English without fear. The next chapter is where your practice turns into real communication, and that is the moment every English learner dreams about. Chapter 5. Days 61 to 90. Build real speaking confidence. Welcome to the most exciting part of your 90-day challenge. If you have reached this point, you have already done something that many people never do. You stayed consistent. You did not stop after 1 week. You did not quit after 1 month. You kept moving forward. That is a big achievement. Now you are entering the final 30 days. These days are very special because this is where you stop preparing to speak English and actually start using it with confidence. You already have a strong foundation. You know many useful words. You understand simple conversations. You can make basic sentences. Now it is time to use everything you have learned. The first thing I want you to understand is this. You do not become a confident speaker by reading more books. You become a confident speaker by speaking. This may sound simple, but many learners forget it. They keep collecting grammar books. They keep saving videos to watch later. They keep writing new vocabulary in notebooks. But they do not open their mouths. They are waiting for the perfect time. The truth is that the perfect time never comes. Confidence grows only when you speak, even if your English is not perfect. From today, make speaking a daily habit. Even if you can speak for only 5 minutes, do it every single day. Speak about your morning. Speak about your plans. Speak about your favorite movie. Speak about your family. The topic does not matter. What matters is that your mouth gets used to speaking English. The more you speak, the easier it becomes. At first, your sentences may be slow. You may stop to think. That is normal. Do not rush yourself. Fluency is built one sentence at a time. If you do not have someone to practice with, do not let that become an excuse. Today you have many ways to practice. You can speak in front of a mirror. You can record your voice. You can even have conversations with an artificial intelligence tool that speaks English. You can ask simple questions and answer them. You can practice daily conversations as many times as you want. The important thing is that you are speaking every day. Remember, practice creates progress. Another great habit is telling short stories. Every day, think about something that happened to you. Maybe you went to the market. Maybe you met a friend. Maybe you watched a movie. Tell that story in simple English. Do not worry if your story is short. Even 5 or 6 sentences are enough. For example, you can say, "Yesterday I went to the market. I bought some fruit. The market was very busy. I came home in the evening. I was happy because I found everything I needed." This exercise teaches you how to connect sentences naturally. Now let us talk about one fear that almost every learner has. The fear of making mistakes while speaking. This fear has stopped millions of people from improving their English. They think that if they make one mistake, people will laugh at them. But let me ask you something. When you hear a beginner trying to speak English, do you laugh at them or do you respect their effort? Most good people respect the effort. They know that learning a new language is not easy. So why are you so afraid? Remember, every fluent speaker you admire made thousands of mistakes before becoming confident. Those mistakes were not failures. They were lessons. Do not try to speak very fast. Many learners believe that speaking fast means speaking fluently. That is not true. A person who speaks slowly and clearly is much easier to understand than someone who speaks very fast with many mistakes. Focus on speaking clearly. Take your time. Use simple sentences. There is nothing wrong with pausing for a moment to think. Good communication is more important than fast communication. Pronunciation is another area where many beginners feel worried. They want every word to sound perfect. But remember, your goal is to be understood. Listen carefully to native speakers or good English teachers. Repeat their sentences. Copy their pronunciation. Do this every day for a few minutes. Slowly your pronunciation will improve. You do not have to sound exactly like a native speaker. You only need to speak clearly so that people understand your message. During these final 30 days, challenge yourself to use English in real situations whenever possible. If you know someone who is also learning English, have a short conversation together. If you meet someone who speaks English, do not be afraid to say a few simple sentences. If you are using social media, write short comments in English. If you watch a video, try to explain what you learned in English. Every small opportunity is a chance to grow. There will still be difficult days. Sometimes you will forget simple words. Sometimes you will make grammar mistakes. Sometimes you will feel that your English is not improving. Do not let those moments control your journey. Progress is not always easy to see. Think about going to the gym. You do not become stronger after one workout. But if you continue exercising for 3 months, everyone can see the difference. English works in the same way. Every day of practice is making you stronger, even if you cannot see it immediately. I also want you to celebrate your progress. Think about the person you were 60 days ago. Maybe you were afraid to speak even one sentence. Maybe you could not understand simple English videos. Now look at yourself. You understand much more. You speak with greater confidence. You have built habits that many people only dream about. Never ignore your progress. Celebrate every small victory because small victories create big success. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is believing in yourself. Your mind is always listening to the words you say. If you keep saying, "My English is bad," your confidence becomes weaker. But if you say, "My English is improving every day," your mind becomes stronger. Speak positively to yourself. Encourage yourself. You are your own biggest supporter. Never become your own biggest critic. As these 90 days come close to the end, remember that this is not the end of your English journey. It is only the beginning. You have built a strong base. You have learned how to study. You have learned how to stay consistent. You have learned how to speak without fearing every mistake. These skills will stay with you for a lifetime if you continue practicing. In the next chapter, we are going to look at something very exciting. We will talk about how your life can change after these 90 days. You will see that learning English is not only about speaking another language, it is about opening new doors, creating new opportunities, building confidence, and changing your future. When you understand what is waiting for you on the other side of this journey, you will never want to stop learning again. Chapter 6. What will change in your life after 90 days? Now take a moment and think about the person you were 90 days ago. Maybe you were scared of English. Maybe you believed that you could never learn it. Maybe you watched other people speaking English with confidence and thought, "I wish I could do that one day." Today, you are not the same person. You have spent 90 days learning, listening, reading, speaking, and practicing. You have made mistakes. You have learned from those mistakes. You have continued even on the days when you felt tired. That is something to be proud of. Success is not about becoming perfect. Success is about becoming better than you were yesterday. And if you have followed this challenge with honesty, then you have already taken a big step toward a better future. The first change you will notice is inside your mind. Before this challenge, English probably looked like a huge mountain. Every new word felt difficult. Every conversation made you nervous. Every grammar rule looked confusing. But now your thinking has changed. You no longer see English as an impossible dream. You see it as a skill that you can improve every day. This change is more powerful than learning 100 new words because everything begins with belief. When you believe that you can improve, you continue learning. When you continue learning, success becomes only a matter of time. Another change is that you will understand much more English than before. Maybe you still do not understand every movie or every speech. That is completely normal. But now, when you watch a simple English video, you will recognize many words. You will understand the main idea without translating every sentence. You will notice familiar expressions. Your ears have become trained through daily listening. This is a huge achievement because good listening is the foundation of good speaking. Your speaking will also become stronger. Think back to the first day of this challenge. Maybe introducing yourself in English felt difficult. Maybe you needed several minutes to make one simple sentence. Now you can express your thoughts much more easily. You may still make mistakes, but those mistakes no longer stop you. You understand that making mistakes is part of learning. Instead of staying silent, you are now willing to speak. That confidence is one of the greatest gifts you have earned during these 90 days. You will also notice that your fear has become smaller. Fear does not disappear in one day. It becomes weaker every time you take action. Every time you spoke in front of a mirror, every time you repeated a sentence, every time you recorded your voice, your fear lost a little more power. Today, you are stronger than your fear. That does not mean you will never feel nervous again. It means that you will not let nervousness stop you from speaking. Now think about how English can help you outside your studies. Imagine going to a job interview. The interviewer asks you a simple question in English. Instead of becoming silent, you answer with confidence. Imagine traveling to another country. You ask for directions. You order food. You speak with people from different cultures. Imagine joining an online meeting where English is used. Instead of feeling left behind, you understand what people are saying. These moments are not just dreams anymore. They are becoming real possibilities because you decided to invest in yourself. English can also help you learn new things. Many of the best books, courses, and educational videos in the world are available in English. Before this challenge, you may have avoided them because they looked difficult. Now you can start exploring them with more confidence. Every new lesson will help you grow not only in English but also in your career, your education, and your personal life. Learning English gives you access to knowledge that was once out of reach. Another beautiful change is that your confidence will begin to spread into other parts of your life. When you achieve one difficult goal, you start believing that you can achieve other goals too. You become more willing to try new things. You stop saying, "I cannot do it." Instead, you start saying, "I can learn it." This new attitude can help you in your work, your studies, and even your relationships. Confidence is not limited to one language. It becomes part of your personality. There is something else that many people never talk about. Learning English teaches you patience. During these 90 days, you learned that real progress takes time. You discovered that small daily actions create big results. This lesson is valuable in every area of life. Whether you want to become healthier, learn a new skill, or achieve a big dream, the same rule applies. Stay consistent. Trust the process. Keep moving forward. English has not only taught you a language, it has taught you a way of thinking. Of course, let us also be realistic. After 90 days, you may not become perfectly fluent. You may still need to improve your vocabulary. You may still work on your pronunciation. You may still learn new grammar. That is completely normal. Fluency is a journey, not a finish line. But there is one big difference between you and the person who never started. You now have a strong foundation. You know how to learn. You have built habits that will continue helping you every single day. That is why your future progress will become much faster. Imagine yourself 1 year from now if you continue practicing. Imagine understanding English movies without feeling lost. Imagine reading books with confidence. Imagine speaking naturally with people from around the world. These goals are no longer impossible. They are simply the next steps on your journey. The hardest part was starting, and you have already done that. The next 90 days will pass whether you continue learning or not. 1 year will also pass whether you practice or not. The question is simple. When that time comes, who do you want to become? Do you want to remain the same person who keeps saying, I will start tomorrow, or do you want to become someone who takes action today? The choice has always been yours. In the final chapter, we are going to make one important promise together. This promise can completely change your future if you truly follow it. It is not a promise to become perfect. It is not a promise to learn thousands of words. It is a promise that every successful English learner makes. If you keep that promise, your journey will not end after 90 days. It will continue until English becomes a natural part of your life, and your future self will be grateful that you chose to begin today. Chapter 7: The Promise You Must Make Today. We have finally reached the last chapter of this challenge. First of all, I want to congratulate you. If you have watched this video from the beginning until now, it means one thing. You are serious about changing your English. That already makes you different from many people. Most people watch motivational videos, feel excited for a few minutes, and then continue living the same life. But I believe you are here because you want something more. You want to understand English without fear. You want to speak with confidence. You want better opportunities. You want a better future. And the best part is this: that future is possible if you are ready to make one simple promise today. Let me ask you a question. What will happen after the next 90 days? The answer is very simple. Those 90 days will pass whether you study English or not. Time never stops. It keeps moving. 3 months from today, you will wake up one morning and realize that 90 days are gone. On that day, you will become one of two people. The first person will say, I wish I had started that challenge. The second person will smile and say, I am so happy that I did not give up. Which person do you want to become? The choice is in your hands. No one else can make it for you. Many people spend years searching for the perfect method. They watch one teacher today and another teacher tomorrow. They download one app after another. They buy new books every month. They believe the next method will finally change everything. But the truth is very different. Success does not come from finding the perfect method. Success comes from following one simple method every single day. You do not need 20 different plans. You need one plan and the courage to stay with it. I want you to stop waiting for the perfect time. Some people say they will start after their exams. Some say they will start after they get a new job. Some say they will start next Monday or next month or next year. But tomorrow has a strange habit. It never comes. Every time tomorrow arrives, it becomes today. That is why the best time to begin has always been now. Even if you study for only 20 minutes today, that is better than waiting for the perfect day that may never come. There will be people who tell you that English is too difficult. Some people may even laugh at your mistakes. Do not let their words become your reality. Remember, people often laugh at someone who is trying because they are not trying themselves. Every successful person was once a beginner. Every confident English speaker once struggled with simple sentences. The difference is that they kept going. They refused to let fear decide their future. You can do the same. From today, I want you to make a different decision. Stop saying, I cannot speak English. Instead, say, I am learning English every day. Stop saying, my English is weak. Instead, say, my English is getting better every day. Your words have power. When you speak positively to yourself, your confidence grows. your actions become stronger. Your dreams begin to feel possible. Never underestimate the power of believing in yourself. Always remember that learning English is not a race. You do not have to become fluent before someone else. You only need to keep moving forward. Some days you will learn 5 new words. Some days you may learn only 1. That is still progress. Some days you will speak confidently. Some days you may struggle. That is still part of the journey. Do not judge yourself because of one difficult day. Judge yourself by your consistency over many months. Think about everything you have learned during this challenge. You learned that mindset is more important than talent. You learned that small daily habits create big results. You learned that mistakes are teachers, not enemies. You learned that confidence comes from practice. Most importantly, you learned that success belongs to people who refuse to quit. These lessons are not only for English. They can help you achieve any dream in your life. Now imagine yourself 1 year from today. Close your eyes for a moment and picture that future. You are watching an English movie and understanding most of it. You are speaking during a job interview with confidence. You are reading English books without feeling afraid. You are talking to people from different countries. You are smiling because you remember the day you decided to take this challenge seriously. That future version of you is waiting. Every day you practice brings you one step closer to that person. But if you stop today, nothing will change. The fear will remain. The excuses will remain. The dream will remain only a dream. That is why your decision today is so important. Your future is not created by one big action. It is created by many small actions repeated every single day. One lesson, one page, one conversation, one new sentence. These small moments will build the confident English speaker you want to become. Before this video ends, I want you to make one promise. Promise yourself that you will never give up on your dream of learning English. Promise yourself that even if progress feels slow, you will continue. Promise yourself that you will not compare your journey with anyone else's journey. Promise yourself that you will believe in yourself even when things become difficult. This promise is not for me. It is for your future. One day you will look back and thank yourself for making this decision. Always remember one final message. Your background does not decide your future. Your age does not decide your future. Your past mistakes do not decide your future. The decision you make today decides your future. If you continue learning with patience, discipline, and hope, there is no reason why you cannot become a confident English speaker. Believe in yourself. Stay consistent. Keep practicing. Never stop learning. Your English journey has only just begun, and I truly believe that your best days are still ahead of you. If you enjoyed this video and you are ready to change your English, then do one thing right now. Comment below, "I accept the 90 Days English Challenge." I will read your comments, and I will support you throughout this journey. If this video helped you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss the next lesson. Share this video with someone who dreams of speaking English confidently. Thank you so much for watching. Keep learning, keep smiling, and I will see you in the next video.